opportunity to see each other face to face. You can see the smile on my face because for the first time in 6 months, even though this country had seen over 270 deaths as a result of this pandemic, we've not had anybody from the football family going that way. Let's thank God. It isn't the case that you are handsome or you are beautiful, but the Almighty God has seen all of us through this very, very challenging period. And we must always say thank you to Him. It is an absolute privilege to once again address this special family as the president of our dear Football Association. It is a privilege. A meeting of Congress provides all of us as industry players a unique opportunity to take stock of developments in our industry over a period, whilst also making plans and projections for the future ahead of us. Indeed, this session comes in this period of what has become known as a new normal, occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic. The situation has seen us introduce some ways which has come as inconvenience to most of us, but in the interest of staying healthy and protecting lives, I urge that we all stick to the protocols religiously in our collective effort to win this battle over this pandemic. Again, we thank the Almighty God that even during these challenging new normal times, we will have to live with a pandemic called Corona, and yet, like I said earlier, we've not had any major bad news. My family members, despite this challenging pandemic and transitional period, where this council has learnt a lot, we have been steadfast in our resolve to bring back the love, ignite passion, and to create wealth for everybody. Honorable Minister, despite learning a lot during this challenging transitional period, our Executive Council, our hard-working members of staff, have worked extremely well in our attempt to reposition the product offering called the Ghana Football Association. My family members, if we can recall, we met here in December of last year and took some far-reaching decisions, including, one, to come back to this very house with a budget. Our accounts, and three, look at the start of a new football season. Indeed, apart from the great Prophet Muhammad, apart from Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God, we are all human, and we don't control the world. We are all human, and we don't control the world. For which reason we were faced with a pandemic, for which reason we could not come here as planned. Indeed, during the same period, we had to go through elections at the regional football associations level to elect executives that will ensure that they will have their budgets in place, etc., etc. The result of these events, which were beyond human, did not allow us to meet, like I said. My brothers and sisters, in Yamime, Minyanum, did you say fellow Ghanaians? By the grace of the Almighty God, today we are here, alive, and in reference to the key decisions that we took at the last Congress, we have an opportunity to appoint new auditors who will audit our accounts for the period 1st July 2019 to June 2020. And also to ensure that we review our budget, and this will be the very first time, courtesy the new status of the Football Association, and to take key decisions that would ensure that your investment, my investment, our investment improves and develops to the levels that we all desire. This is the platform. Minianum, despite these few challenges, during these new normal times, we have been relatively successful in our repositioning agenda. Don't worry. We launched an innovative social media campaign tagged Bring Back the Love as part of our strategies to whip up enthusiasm and support for our various products and competitions of our dear Football Association. This campaign was launched in the period leading to the AFCON qualifiers against South Africa and Sao Tome, and indeed, it had turned out to be enormously successful. Today, COVID-19 has brought the world on its knees. Economies have crumbled, and powerful football nations have recorded losses, and Ghana is no exception. The Executive Committee or the Executive Council decided to waive 75% of the 50,000 Ghana cedis that was loaned to Premier League clubs before the start of the last season, which was eventually cancelled as a relief package to our clubs. Again, the 25,000 cedis loan given to Division 1 clubs was waived, and finally, the 10,000 Ghana cedis loan that went to our female Premier League clubs was also waived. My dear congressmen and women, it is worth noting that in our efforts to improve officiating in this country, the Ghana Football Association acquired 10 sets of refereeing gadgets for our various leagues. Indeed, this is part of our continuous strategy to enhance the performances of our match officials. We have also instituted a new refereeing structure that is currently being used by the Football Association, and most importantly, we have a new referees manager in place. The last, perhaps the biggest policy that has been rolled out by this council is what we call the Catch Them Young refereeing policy. This would ensure that we scout for young boys and girls with enormous amount of passion, train them the way we want them to go, and when they depart, when they grow, they will not depart from the good virtues that we have imbibed in them. It is called the Catch Them Young refereeing policy. Upon resumption of office in October last year, I pledged to lead the repositioning agenda of our association into making it very attractive to command the required investment mainly from corporate bodies. I am glad, my colleagues, to report that together with the Executive Council, a lot of work is being done in the background to realize this particular objective. When we converged here in December last year, I assured you of our interventions and programs that will be established to help change the face of our football industry administratively and technically. This is why our Football Association, led by the Council, pursued the UEFA Assist program for CAF member associations. I'm glad to announce that through this program, the Football Association has secured a new van for use by our newly established Technical Directorate in our attempt to empower our coaches at the grassroots level. YEA. Honorable Minister, I'm not surprised that you are here with us today. Because through your leadership, our Football Association was blessed with financial support from YEA. Can we give him a clap, please? Currently, all our 16 women Premier League clubs are going through the process to assess a total of 1.5 million Ghana cedis over the next 6 months as an incentive towards their well-being. Can we clap again, please? We know, colleagues, that our women are the most deprived, especially when we speak about the top 3 tiers of the Ghanaian game: the Premier League, the Division 1 League, and the Women's Premier League. We are so grateful to YEA. Honorable, we are so grateful for your leadership. More goodies, Macron. Just on the heels of our partnership with YEA, we also managed to secure another partnership with Corinne Gallica Enterprise, local representatives of Macron, and that ensured that our Football Association would receive 15,000 footballs over a 3-year tenure worth 1.6 million Ghana cedis. Football, we say, is all about balls. And our coaches here will tell you that one player, one football. That tells you the big challenge that confronts all of us. Currently, we have 15,000 balls over 5 years, over 3 years, I beg your pardon, but this is not enough. If we are to go by their demand, you are looking at 70,000 footballs. 70,000 footballs, given the number of registered players on our IT system. So again, thanks so much to Macron. Macron will be the official match balls for the top 3 competitions: the Premier League, the Division 1, and the FA Cup. We are working very hard to get match balls for our women's games. So don't be worried. I see Nana looking at my face. The Ghana Football Association, in discussion with the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, that's AMA, or we are in discussions with AMA over several areas of mutual cooperation. Paramount of this cooperation would see the AMA participate, or the FA participates or enjoying from the AMA City Beautification Drive dubbed Accra for Act initiative. This cooperation seeks to erect monuments and decorate the public walls with colorful murals of football heroes, both present and past. Partnership with STC, again, our referees. Another piece of good news, congressmen and women, during these troubled times of COVID-19, is our partnership with State Transport Corporation, where match officials for our leagues, Premier League, Women's Premier, and the Division 1 will be transported to and from match venues by the state carrier for half of the normal price. We are grateful again to STC. So you can see, my colleagues, that despite we going through this challenging pandemic period, your FA has been working for you. Most importantly, and I'm sure some of you didn't believe we could work hard and convince FIFA to enjoy from FIFA Forward 1.0. Don't worry, Ina. We should be proud of what we have achieved during this period. We should be proud that despite the challenging times, your FA has been able to secure $2.250 million US for the good of our industry. I think we need a bigger clap. For yourselves, for entrusting your football association in our hands. You need a clap, and you deserve the clap. Now, what are we going to do with $2.250 million US? We have already announced that we're going to construct 2 AstroTurf pitches. One here in Pram Pram, especially the pitch that is usually used by Pure Joy. You know it's a bad one. We're going to put AstroTurf on it, dressing room and floodlights. We're going to put again a dressing room and floodlights on the old AstroTurf. Beyond that, we've traveled all the way through the hard-working RFA chairman. We have a 6.5-acre land in Bolgatanga. We're going to put a new AstroTurf on that pitch, on that land. Again, we have said that it's not fair for you to be traveling from Yendi, my special home, greetings to Yana, from Wasa East, to travel all the way to Accra just to pick up your registration cards. We think it's unfair. We think it's deadly. It's time wasting. So what we're going to do is to decentralize the registration system. How can we do that? We want to empower the capacity of our regional FAs. Okay? And when that is done, the system will be decentralized and you would save money. Igniting passion, creating wealth for all. So, we have also announced that we're going to improve on the IT infrastructure. We didn't say that we're only going to provide computers. We have said that we're going to improve on the IT connectivity and infrastructure. Please, this means a lot. So steadily, you see a picture unfolding. Okay? So we're going to invest in IT infrastructure for here, Pram, for the usage here in Pram, at the 10 regional offices, and of course, our 82 members gathered here. Premier League, Division 1, Women's Premier. Capacity building is key. It's important that we learn every day. Football is dynamic. Football is dynamic. So we're going to invest $280,000 from FIFA Forward 1.0 in capacity building across all need areas of our industry. Now, we have been speaking about improvement in competitions. What do we mean by that? We have bad pitches in this country. Some of the bad pitches can easily be fixed if we have good running water. So we have said that through the borehole strategy, we intend to improve our competitions by ensuring that each one of you have a borehole facility that will ensure free flow of water for all members. Grassroots football, it's so dear to my heart. Juvenile football, Women's Division 1, 2nd Division, 3rd Division. This is what we call grassroots football. We intend to purchase 6,000 footballs for distribution across all the regions. Indeed, this will not be a one-time affair. Next year, 2021-22 season, it will be repeated. The year after, it will also be repeated. So 6,000 balls each year for the next 3 football years for regional football. Now, I have just spoken about FIFA Forward 1.0. $2,250,000. Through, again, our hard work, we are able to access FIFA Forward 2.0, colleagues. And that would ensure that we would access a maximum of $2 million for the good of our football association. We intend, among others, to purchase an ultra-modern 56-seater bus for our national teams. This is so important. This is so important. Again, here in Pram, we're going to put up a multi-purpose court, a swimming pool, and a modern gymnasium for the use of our national teams. The last on the list is that we're going to use some of this funding to secure ownership of the land that we currently occupy as our headquarters. Okay? It's important that we clear the outstanding debts of close to 500. It's over 400,000 Ghana cedis. We clear it and claim ownership of that piece of land where we currently house our headquarters. So in total, we will be blessed and we will access a total of $4,250,000 for Ghana. Honorable Minister, you can see clearly that it's been a period of hard work. But we continue to learn every day. Every day we are faced with challenges surrounding this property that we think we own. I'm talking about the land in Pram Pram here. Here. If you remember during our last Congress, I did mention that, first of all, there's a legacy debt of over 7 million Ghana cedis on it, which we are paying. Indeed, we've had countless meetings with TTU Stay and its leadership, all geared towards bringing that value down. We've not been successful, but we'll continue to persevere. We'll continue to push. And if any of us or any of you can offer us some support in that direction, it is mostly welcome. Indeed, the ownership of this land is still in dispute. We are still engaging the elders of Biocho for total control of this 100-acre land. There are a lot of challenges. And again, I want to thank the sector minister for all the support that he's been offering us in our challenge. There are all sorts of stories around this land. He knows about some of the stories. Some I would not want to bring to the fore here. But I hope that we'll cross that red line sometime soon. My family here in Guarded. It is also good to say that despite the hard work that is being put up by most of us, there are still a few of us who do not think about this family. There are still a few of us who perhaps only think about their individual selves. There are still a few of us who do not think about the total good of our industry. There are a few of us who continuously go out of this family, leave the respect for this family, and go out into the public space to malign your product, my product, your business, my business. We must reject this as a family. If I go to corporate Ghana on daily basis, if I go to this man here on daily basis, preaching Ghana football, and yet some of us, just a few of us, continuously damage the image of the product we tend to love, that will bring us money, that will bring our kids money, we must say no to this. We must say no. And again, we must say no to such people. Football is the only sport that brings all of us together. Me sure say honorable Oya Santini, Randy Abbey, Ofinfa, voter regional. But we are here sitting on one table. Why? Football. Football cuts across all religions, all political parties. There's always one football family. There can never be two. And we must not have two. We must always have one. We would disagree on issues. We would disagree on how you think I must wear my dress. But let's think Ghana football first. Let's learn to go through our laid and respected ways of communication. Because you are here because you have a football club. You are here because you want your football club to be a good business venture. For which reason, you hold back the negativity in the public space and speak about negativity on such platforms that we create for ourselves. This is the place to come and insult me, to come and spit on my face. This is the place I can punch you. We will disagree and agree. This is the platform. And in saying this, I want to say kudos to Alhaji Grunza, because I heard his interview encouraging every member of Congress to be here today. Let's clap for him. And for all of you who have spent time, who have left your individual chores and are here today, I salute you. For those of us who are not here today, believe me, we are still one family. Let's come together and build our football. This is the sport that has made me who I am today. This is the sport that has made me to know you. It is the sport that feeds millions of people. It is the sport that unites this country. It is our responsibility to hold on to this sport and then ensure that we leave a living legacy or a lasting legacy to generations unborn. We will disagree, but when we believe in the vision that ultimately it is football, we will be careful in our public utterances, which ultimately may hurt the total good. Honorable Minister, we've been working extremely hard to bring back the sport. And if all of us listen to our president, the sport is coming back. Our football is coming back. And like he rightly said, Inshallah, our sport will come back stronger. Our sport will unite us even better. We'll be a stronger force. We'll be the most loved sport. And together, we will ignite passion and create wealth for each one of us. I salute you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.